Hi everyone, and welcome to day 10 of my 40 to 40. Today we're going to talk about the shadow side, the dark side. We're going to cover narcissism, narcissistic traits, narcissists. Today I want to talk about how you can cope in a relationship like this, and if you are ready with your plan to remove yourself, get out of there, some tactics, some things people use. And I'll also talk about some of the possible scenarios and reactions from the person when you begin to get hip to what's going on, what's happening with you, and decide to do something about it. So while you're in this relationship, just know that you are surviving. You are not thriving. You are not moving forward. You are not progressing. You are stagnant and you are decomposing. You are eroding from the inside out, the outside in. Everything in your life is affected by this person that you're with. The person you choose to be with controls many things. We'd like to think that they don't have that much power or influence over our lives, but I can tell you in that relationship, it affected my money, it affected my career, it affected my other relationships with family. It affected so many areas of my life, my mental health. You can have your self-love and your self-respect and your sense of self and your, I make myself happy, I'm an independent, I'm not codependent and things like that. But when you wake up to someone with this type of energy and vibration and walk around in a home with someone like that, it definitely begins to take an effect on you. And so this is why many women might experience depression and feeling low self-esteem and things like that. Even though I didn't feel those things, I did see the impact of this person's negative energy in my life. And so as I have in my other videos, I was winning in many areas of my life, but there were other areas that were being affected at the same time. And so while I was in this, and if you're in it, some things I had began to do is try to build a life separate from that relationship, because putting in place this kind of life, this separate life, will help you when you're ready to move. Remember, I talked about in previous videos about building community. Build your community, build your support system, build your safety net, so that when you are ready to exit, you have things set up. So I began to map out my calendar. I'm a pretty organized and disciplined person, so I use agendas and calendars to keep me on track. And so I would black out my calendar, meaning block it out all the time. I would want to be doing something productive or away from this person as much as I can. Once I saw that I wanted to exit this relationship, I started making moves on my own. So I started to undo any commitments we had. So bank accounts, insurance policies, subscriptions, any bills you have in your name together. Start to unravel that. Start to get your own account. Start to try to do those things. And whatever excuse you have to use, or if you want to do it stealth where you don't let them know, begin to undo that and look at what it would look like for you to separate these things, okay? And then I would also plan things on the weekend that would be already booked with coworkers or my girlfriends or my family. There would always be something going on, an event or something I need to help with, volunteer work. Again, I'm building community. Not only with these things, I'm building community. And your community will begin to see that you're always by yourself. So my community started to take notice. Why isn't your other person, your other half, with you? And they can begin to see kind of signs of you separating. I had one friend say, you don't talk about that person anymore. So they begin to see, and it's important for them to know this because they can support you better. Okay, so it's the people that don't know much or don't have an inside of what's going on that may not be able to support in the way you need them to support. But some will begin to see, because I'll share with you when I decided to do what I'll share with you, a really drastic measure. My support system knew when this person reacted and tried to breach the boundaries I had put in place. My support system was like a fortress, like you're not gonna get to her. And so that was really, really important. So as I booked my calendar up with, building my community and also letting my community know that I am disengaging from this person, that was important as well. And the other thing you want to do, and a pastor that I was under said something really profound but very simple. He talked about women that may be physically abused. When you know you're with a man that is physically abusive and he says that he's gonna throw you off a balcony, you don't say, I wish you would, right? So you don't challenge a person that has unpredictable behavior. You stay out of their way. You don't trigger them, right? You play the game. Once you know the game, you play the game. And you cut off that supply. But you have to be careful because, again, I'll tell you again at the end, some drastic things I did, and it triggered this person to panic and begin to pursue me in a really aggressive manner because of the steps I took. But I had already had everything in place. I had began looking for another place to live. Okay, so and making it clear to anyone that was involved, the realtor, friends that knew that I'm moving alone, I'm leaving this person, so that it doesn't get spilled to this person that, oh, Keisha was looking for a place, right? And so I began looking for another place to live on my own, and just drawing up different paperwork to really legitimize the split, and I had counseling in place as well. So you're all of this is for the protection of you, but also to help build a system and fence around you to begin to heal. Okay, so these are your protective factors that you're putting in place. And so I booked me therapy sessions, to help with all of the different things that are going on. Because remember, you have this person that has told you all of these things, and you're trying to live this life with this person and keep it all together, and you're trying to curate a new life for yourself. And so I also went to therapy as well, because remember, your family and friends might not be equipped to help you with something like this. So you might want to get a professional or someone that just, has knowledge on this type of situation. And so I got all my paperwork together. I went to counseling and things like that. And as I told you in the other video, the second time this person locked me out of the home, that was my last straw. I left and I never returned. And so when I left, I did not give this person my address, where I live. I blocked them from everything. I mean, even I was reading Christian devotionals with him. I blocked him on the devotional app, okay, on Words with Friends, things you wouldn't think about. Of course, email, Facebook, things like that. But I mean, things any type of contact this person could have. And my job's email didn't allow me to actually block, but it makes people go to a junk folder, so it still say 1 in your junk folder. That was the only way. But you know, my family, my friends, my support system knew everything, and was able to stop it. So 3 things happened when I left, which is called going no contact, and made it where this person couldn't contact me in any way. This person came to my job, but my boss knew, the security at my job knew, so they came to my job to confront me and was not allowed to do that. I had to move my car where it wouldn't be where it usually is, right? I had to do those things. This person also went to the community grocery store that I go to and asked my community that I built, you know, for my address, but they knew that I wasn't letting them in, so they couldn't share that, and they shared it back with me. Hey, he's asking around, okay? And the third thing he did was, I think, ask some old friends we had in common, a couple that we talked to about some things, and they knew as well. I'm trying to think of this other thing, but this person aggressively tried to find me, and I was convinced that you don't aggressively try to find people to just talk to them and confront them. There was going to be some type of escalation. You don't go to someone's job because you just want to tell them off, give them a piece of your mind. You go to their job for something to pop off, okay? And no, nothing was being popped off over here, right? So maybe you want to let your church know, your security at your church know. Again, to build that fortress around you, okay? Maybe you want to change your habits, where you go, where you park, places you eat, things like that, when you have to go drastic. And the behavior that followed, as far as him looking for me in my place of work, where I grocery shop, and other places, showed me that he wasn't letting go without a fight, and that I did need to go no contact. I needed to keep everything confidential, where he would not know anything. And so these are some things that I did, and then that environment that I set up for myself was very nurturing, very healing, and I just took a look at myself. I'm gonna end this video with saying that don't be sorry for, one thing that I learned is that I don't have to be sorry that I was nice, or that I believed in love, or that and I don't have to stop being nice and being in love. People make you feel bad about your nature, your nurturing nature, and blame you for, you know, allowing someone to do something. No, this person took advantage of my nature. And so I didn't want to lose who I am and who I was. I want to still be with a partner that I can nurture, that I can love, that I can trust. And so I didn't want to lose that part of Keisha. And so I had to learn about how to keep that part, and be on the lookout for people that will take advantage of that. Okay, so I hope this video has helped people. Thank you for reaching out, for saying this is helpful information. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you, but I just wanted to share the snapshot of healing, things you can do while you're in the relationship and when you want to exit the relationship. There's lots of groups, like if you have more dynamics going on, like I don't have children, like I said, but there are groups on narcissism and getting away from someone when you have children and things like that, shared assets and things like that. So there is information out there that expands, you know, what I have shared briefly with you about how you need to handle someone like that. So if you like this video, comment and let me know. And I appreciate you. Remember, Dr. Keisha Black in Baja. Happy to be here for your coaching needs. And see you later. Peace.